Happy Sunday, everyone. I have a video to share. I decided to join in on Amy at CraftyCat, her hashtag 50 stack challenge, and this is number 7. I have done it in the past and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I would do this one, and I used her digitals, so I will share her digitals as well. I'll show you what I made. Number 21, and this was on her video 11/10/25. Number 21 was envelope. Number 22 is ticket, and it's just whatever your take on it. You can jump in at any time. You don't have to do them all. You can pick and choose for, what your projects you're working on. But I'll put Amy's information in the description for you. So I did envelope and ticket. And I took my grocery bag. We get a lot of paper bags if we forget to bring our reusable grocery bags, because they took our plastic bags away here in New York. So every now and again we get a paper bag. So, and most of them now are not printed on, which is great. So this is a good resource. So I have this Momenta die here. I love the shape of this envelope here. So what I did was I cut up my paper bag and made some envelopes. And then this is the die here. So it comes with thank you and some flowers. So I don't have them all. Usually I put a sample on the back of what, but I did the smalls. I haven't done them all, but it says thank you and hello, and then thanks, and it has a little label too. So I may cut some of these labels out as well, but I was really trying to use Amy's new digitals, and I really love them. I don't have everything printed out, and some of the stuff that I printed out I've used already, so I'll just share, but you can go over and check it out. So there's that envelope die there. I love it. And I'll show you, I'll cut one out for you, but this was my first one, and then I thought, well, okay, what am I going to do? There's the envelope, and I want to make some tickets. So this is what I made. I made little, here's one with tickets. So these are the tickets, and these are her digitals. This is her digital, this is her digital. I wanted the inside covered. So this is the little envelope, but for what I'm planning, I'm going to keep the envelope open and keep it as a, probably glue it on a page and keep it as a tuck here, and then you can tuck stuff in there. So I have a, where is it? I have so many things pulled out here. This is her digital as well. You don't get all these cute little things on there. I just stamped it, but I'll try to show you the, there it is. I have this ticket booth die set, and I have the stamps as well. Oh, everything's in front of me. I'm looking elsewhere. And these are the stamps. Sorry for the glare. It's early morning Sunday. So, yeah. So if you're not sure how to line these stamps up, just message me and I can email a copy to you. But pretty much how they have it here on here is how you stamp them. But yeah, I think I've shown this on video before. So that's the tickets I made, and I made a bunch of extra here, and I just cut them out of tea stain file folder, my scraps. I keep like these long skinny scraps and stuff, so I die cut out of that. And I didn't mind that it was on where it's creased on the folder. I still cut them out because I really like that. So I cut a bunch of those out and I made tickets. So there's that. And then I used her digitals. I'll show her digitals. But these are the tickets. That's one envelope. And this is part of the digital as well. And I just took all my small stamps and stamped in there. This was a long strip stamp. I have a lot of cool stamps and I just try to make use of all of them. I have them all pulled out here. Sorry for the reach. Let me bring this closer. So you can kind of think outside the box when you're stamping. Here it is. It was like an AM PM stamp, and I just lined it up here, and then I took a sticky note and masked it off so I didn't, you know, stamp over that. And that's just a Park Lane. So I'll try to put these stamp sets in the description. So I have a lot of cool stamps. So let me put that over there. Let me put that back there. So I stamped that. That's part of her digital. These are part of her digital. This is part of her digital. It's like a whole page. You know, these are tabs. And these are the little swatches. I love this set. I really had fun with it. I wasn't sure what I was going to do at first, and then it just came to me. So I just cut like 3, I think it's on a larger page. So I have a lot of pieces that, okay, like this here. On this page here, and I basically stamped like 3 so it would fit in front of my pocket there. It just gave it a little something. So I did that one and this one, and then I've got some tickets, and I cut out her colored swatches and stamped them and then glued them on my ticket like that. There's a birdhouse. I tried to get the deckled edge. My deckled edge ruler was not cooperating, so I just kind of ripped it, but I really like that right there. I just used stamps to put in her little swatches, so sky's the limit with this kit. Here's another one here, and I have some inchy, I think they're called inchies. If I see them, I pick them up at garage sales because they're so cool. I think I have a couple sets here. These were secondhand, so I don't know who they're buying. And this is how I store my stamps, in these bags that I get from scrapbook.com. I know you can get them elsewhere, but I have a link in my description, and this is how I store them. And I just keep the packaging, put them in there, and I try to store them as I stamp them out. I stamp them out on a piece of cardstock, and then that way I can see, you know, at a glance how big they are, what they're going to look like when they're stamped, if I want to use them. Otherwise I got to pull everything out and see if I want it. This is better for me. So I really like the small stamps, and these are called Inchy Swirls and Inchy Flowers. Really cool. So I use those for there. I love that. Here's some more stamps, or tickets. I just used stuff I had. This was a playing card she had. I just backed it. I cut it out. I backed it to black cardstock and then framed it out. And then this is part of her digital as well. So you've got writing space there. So I had a lot of fun with this, and I'm not done. So, and then this is part of her digital. I just backed it to the tea stain file folder scrap, and then these are part of the digital as well. I just backed them to the tea stain file folder, and I'm going to do something with this as well. There was another digital that was backed up to here where you have to cut this out. So I just added this piece here. I forget what the page was, but I had to cut another thing out. Not sure what it was. It might have been like this here was here or something. There was something here. And I cut it out, and then which left a spot there. So I just added her cool letters. I love that page. That's this page here. This is what I used for my back of my envelopes. So, but yeah, sorry, I'm all over the place with this. These are my little envelopes, and these are my tickets. And I'll show you the kits. Just put these in here, and this is part of the kit too. I just cut it out and put it on the front here. This is another little playing card, and looks like I stamped that upside down, but that's okay. I have little stamps just so you have writing space on there, so I have to do something on the back of that because I stamped that upside down. Yep. Yeah, so I really like the paper bag as an envelope. And I have more that I had cut out. And then what I did was I just decided how far down into the envelope I wanted it. So when this folds up, you know, it's in there and it's covered. So I think it was for this die set, I think it was 4.5, and then I figured 3 here, and I just glued this on. But when I cut it out, I cut it the wrong way, like this, because that's going to fold down. So I cut it from the back side. So I'll show you that. I'll do one out, but I want to show Amy's digital. So let me do that. Let me pick these up here. So there's that. I don't want to lose that die. So these are all part of the kit here, which is amazing. All of these. This is too, and I just put it on my stamping platform and stamped. Got out all my smalls. Some I like, some I don't like, some I stamped upside down, but that's okay. It's always good to test it first on a piece of paper once you put it down. I just use my stamping platform, and I have the sticky paper on there so you don't need the magnets, and I just laid it down like that, and it held it for me, and then I put my stamp on and just stamped it and just kept going. And then when I needed to do this side, I just turned it around like that and stamped all of those. So these are all ready to go, but you know, it was just all her colors. So I really like this here rather than doing small individual. I like that the dragonfly is in the middle and then you still see 2 colors, and I like the flower that goes like all the way up, so I like that. So it was kind of a test to see what I would like, what I wouldn't like. So and I do have a stamp that has a frame that went completely around her little swatch, which was cool. I can't remember which stamp set that was, but let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. This stamp set here, it's Bow Bunny airmail stamp, 24 pieces, and I'll put the number in the description, but it has this little frame, and I tested it, and it fit on there perfectly. So you can frame these little swatches out as well. So, and I just used, it's Stampin' Up! Early Espresso. It's this one here. I love this color. Now this I only use for larger stamps. I was able to get from Stampin' Up! A package of these little refill things and the ink refill, and I love this. For small stamps, this is perfect because you're not doing overage and you can just do a little bit. So I really like that. So there's that. So yeah, I just stamped a whole page of stuff, and just I thought, well, that's kind of cool to have on the ready, and I really like this background. It just really, the background swatches really inspired me, and I love stamping, so I hadn't done it in a while. Excuse me, in a while. So all right, let me see if I can put this back. All right, so let me show you the digitals I purchased. And this is how I store my digitals. Before my Dollar Spot store closed, I got this book for $1, and it had all these pages in here. I don't want to go too far because I have digitals that I haven't shared, but it had, you know, where you could write in it like a journal. Well, I started putting my digitals in there, and as you can see, I just copy paste. This is Amy's digitals, and from where I purchased, the date I purchased it, the digital, and then how many pages are in that one, and I try to keep it, each digital, to one page, and I basically just copy paste and put them in there. So I know what I have, because I have in the past repurchased digitals a couple times. So now I know what I have. I haven't finished it all, but I'm getting there. So, paint swatches. This is what I got from Amy, and this is just some of them here. She has some beautiful tags that I want to play with, and this is called paint swatches here, and you get 12 different pages. So this is this here. So all cute tags. I already have the background in there, and you could just add to it. You could stamp in here or do whatever you want. You could put little fabric pieces in there. I mean, there's so many options. So this is one of the pages as well, and then I'm sure I have many more in here. I printed them and then started using them, and I said, you know, I'm going to share. So there's that one, paint swatches. It's not all there, so it's in here somewhere, but I'm telling you, you need to get this kit. And then this one is Paint and Play. I think this one is like my favorite. These are a lot of the ones I used. Where is it? Like for the bottom of here, all these little, she's got pretty much every color. So this one's called Paint and Play, and you get 12 pages. So it's kind of like this. So this is kind of the theme here. So I love it. I really love it. So that's that. These were printed on the premium paper. I'll link it. It's the Epson double-sided matte finish. These here, I had some leftover Epson jet paper, and I really love that because it's thin and I can cut them out and glue them onto things. As you can see, as I already cut one out here, but I wanted to put it back so you could see. So there's that one. So paint and play. And then this one is cool as well. This one's called Whatnot, and there's 16 pages. Haven't had to play with these yet, so this is cool. You've got numbers, you've got words, she's got antique vintage journal, and the same in the smaller Mary Bright, so it's pretty versatile. And I love these little swatches as well. And then you have the picture wheel. There's some more numbers here that are smaller. Then you have a larger picture wheel. So that's Whatnot. So all three of these I would recommend. Amazing to be able to play with. This one here is a freebie. It's her, usually I have it on the back here, her doodle flowers, and that was a freebie. So check out her videos. A lot of times she gives a freebie. This one is a freebie as well, and I didn't write it. Oh yeah, I did. Drawn Leaves, and that was a freebie, and I'm sorry I don't have the date on there, but I like these. I wanted to cut them out, and I did this on that Epson jet paper because I wanted to cut them out. This is her latest freebie, and these are so adorable. These are postage stamps. Didn't write that on there, but it's recent. So Christmas postage stamps. These are so cute. I can't wait to play with these because I love postage stamps. And a lot of these would look good on postage stamps as well. So there's that. So those are the freebies, three freebies there. And I know I have more, but I don't have them printed out. So Whatnot, paint and play, and paint swatches. So fun. So that's that for Amy. And then this is part of the kit as well, and I'm not sure which one. This is part of the kit as well. And I cut that out and put it on the front of one of these. I think it's right here. Yeah. Excuse me, on the front of the envelope. This is a background. That's part of one of the kits, one of the 3 kits. Like I said, I just printed a bunch of stuff and was having fun with it. There's another one, but just different color and background. This is that all over alphabet, which I love. It's kind of like Sudoku, but I really love that. That I printed on cream cardstock, and they backed it with one of her background papers. And then here's one of her tag digitals. That was probably in this one here, paint swatches, that one. But all 3 of them are amazing, and I've been using them, you know, all together. So this is that same background, but I printed on cream cardstock. So I really love this. So I'll just show you my envelope, but yeah, see, there's so many different variables, sizes, colors. I mean, you could just play for days. This is the one I was using for my tickets. So yeah, I still have a lot to play with here, and I didn't print everything, so that's crazy. So this one here, I'm just going to show you how I did my envelope. I mean, just going to glue this. Just going to use my glue stick. So if you haven't noticed, I love envelope dies. I just love them. I know you can make your own envelope really easy, but I just love the dies, and if it's something that I put in my shop, I don't want to sit and make envelopes and try to figure out in my head. If I can run stuff through my die cut machine, I love it. So I just glued that to the top, and I just tried to figure out where, and this is going to go to the back because it's going to fold that way. So I've got my die cut machine here, my Big Shot. And for the envelope dies, you have to use the magnetic platform. You can't use the precision base plate, or it will cut through your folded lines here. So for the items that are going to be, or the dies that have a fold mark where you're going to fold it, use the magnetic platform. So I have that. I have my plate, and I'm going to put this to the back, cut it from the back, and I think I can see through it, but I'm going to put a piece of tape on it. I have stuff everywhere, just so it doesn't move, because I want it straight. Don't know if I'm going to see that, but I kind of want it, the word straight out. I don't want them crooked, so I can kind of feel that. This piece here, oh, I feel like I'm going to get it crooked, but that's okay. Nothing is perfect. Alright, I think I'm going to go with that. It might be crooked, but alright. And it's always best to put your dies, when you're cutting them, at an angle. And I always put my dies facing down. It may not be proper, but I've been die cutting for years, and it always works for me. And I had to grab a new plate because my other one, I wore it out. So sorry about that. But this one is a little bit bowed. I probably should replace that as well. All right, let me put this on the floor. Okay. Oh, with any kind of luck, this will be straight. And it's still wet, so I try to let them dry before I cut them. So it's got little fold marks here. I'm just trying to follow. I'm going to fold the bottom up. I'm not going to fold the top because it's still wet, but it looks pretty straight. Alright, so I'm going to fold the bottom because I want to glue it. Can't see it. There it is. Sometimes it's easier to fold it away the wrong way first and then fold it back. But I love this little envelope. I love the style of it. Alright, so there's that. It is crooked, but that's okay. So I'm just going to put some art glitter glue because it dries fast. So I hope everybody's having a good weekend. We've had rain, yucky rain the last couple days, cold rain, yucky. We had some snow, but then we had 2 days of rain, so the snow's gone. It's just cold, wet, yucky. Alright, so there's my little envelope. Alright, so I want to put something on the front. So I'll look through here. Oops, I forgot to silence my phone. There we go. I like these right here on the front, but I want to stamp them, so just pick 3, work out pretty good. So I think I'm going to go with those 3 right there, and I still have some white edge here, which I'm going to cut off. I tried to cut around them. I don't need that. Like right here, and not leave the edge, but I love the edge. Let's see, let me grab one. I like that edge, so I'm going to leave that. So I really want these 3 right here. So I'm going to cut that. And then I'm just going to cut this down to fit here. And I usually have to cut really close to this edge here. This is just for my envelope. So that fits pretty good there. But I want to distress it. And I have my vintage photo. I'm just going to go like this, because I'm going to go in here too. I'm not the best at this, and I do have the handheld ones, but it's difficult with my arthritis to hang on to them. This is easiest for me. Just want to vintage it up, so I like that. I'm just going to hit the edge so it's darker. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm going to glue it on here. I'm going to use my glue stick. This is my favorite glue stick right here, Scotch Permanent Glue Stick by 3M. I glue fabric with it, and it works really well. Okay. So try to get this, whoops, centered. And I should have stamped this beforehand, but that's okay. I can still stamp it, so I'll do that. I'm going to use my stamping platform because it's easier for me. I have the release sheet that comes with this sticky grid, and I keep it to keep it on there when I'm not using it, because this is tacky, and if dirt or whatever gets on there, it takes away from it being used for a long time. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I had scrambled eggs this morning and it's not agreeing. So I have a lot of small. Just wondering if I use this. No. I think I want to use something in here. Really like this set here. I think I haven't used this right here. I think I want to use that. I'll put that in the center and then I'll figure out the rest. So I gotta flip this around to clear stamp. Clear should be on top if it's a clear stamp. If it's a rubber stamp, just flip it over. I've had this thing for years and I absolutely love it. And I'm using this, it's like a brown early espresso by Stampin' Up. I love it. Just trying to keep everything vintage. And I just inked this too, so I probably was too aggressive. We'll see. No, I love it. Do a little bit more right there. That's what I love about this platform. Okay. And I'll just wipe this off. I have a baby wipe with no alcohol, nothing, just to clean it. And then I have a microfiber cloth I got at Dollar Tree, just to clean it. Put this back on here and then figure out what else do I want. This is why, oops, got something trying to get away. I love stamping them out so I can kind of look and see what do I want. It says return to sender, insufficient address, so I think I might do this little, is that it? No, I think it's this one here. But it's hard to tell if they're right side up or not. I think that's right side up, so I'm gonna do a little test. So let me set it, and then I have a scrap piece of paper that I'm going to stamp off on. I'll just put that there and test it first to make sure I have it right side up. I think I do. Yep. Okay, that'll work. I can probably turn my light off now. It's getting bright out. There we go. Okay, so let me stamp that. Yeah, I like it. Let's put a little bit more. Okay, I like it. You could get away with just that, but alright, so I'll put this back, and then I think I'm just going to do like this small little like a cancellation thing here, like that right there. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I know it's kind of hard to see. I'll lift it up when I'm done. Yeah, I like that. Let me just darken it up a little bit more. Okay, beautiful. Clean this up. And put it back. there's that. Oops. That goes like that. And put this back in here. Where am I at? 40 minutes. Okay, I better scoot along. So there's that. There. I like how that turned out. So then I'll make a ticket to go in there. I have some extra tickets here. This one here. And I'm going to use this to hold my piece down. And I just need a color that's going to go in there, which that'll work. Just going to cut it out. So I love these little ready-to-go colors. They're perfect. So I would get over to Amy's Etsy and pick them up. Alright, then I'm just going to give it a little vintage edge. Just cut that off. I'm almost thinking I want to invest in one of those deckled edge trimmers. I think I have scissors, deckled scissors somewhere, but I have to look. Okay, that's good enough. And then I want to glue this down real quick. Just going to put that there. It's just going to give it some color. And then I'm going to stamp over it. And I'm going to use one of the stamp sets. This is the ticket booth stamp set. Use this one here. That one there. And then I gotta switch this around because it's a rubber stamp. The name should be right side up. And I'm just gonna line this up. And then stamp it. Hopefully it'll be okay because the glue is still wet, but I think it'll be alright. Just want to give you an idea what to do. Grab my little there we go. I love it. Okay. And then you might need a little pokey tool just to lift this up because it's sticky. So yeah, so there's that. This has a little something in there. So there's one ticket. Do I have time for one more? I'll do one more ticket. These are well loved. I usually give them a good clean with the baby wipe, and then clean and dry them with the fiber cloth. Because the baby wipe will have little fibers that come off of it, so I try to clean them up real good. So that's good. Okay, one more ticket. I'll do a small one. This one's got some tape on it. This one here, and this one. I like this one. Okay, but I need some color. So let's see what to use. So I'm going to use that one there. I think that'll work, yeah. Just gonna kind of rough cut it so it's not perfect. All right, that should be good. Hit it up with some ink and glue it on. Uh-oh, hang on. So what I did was went through and cut a bunch of these out and glued them on, and then decided what stamp to use. So let me glue this on real quick. Just need a scrap piece of paper. Let that little piece of paper go. Oh, there it is. I can use this one here. So what's nice about these digitals is the Amy's taken all the work out of it for you, and you can print as many as you want, and you'll have them on the ready. Little pieces of color swatches. All right, I'm just going to set that there, and stamp it. There we go. I love it. See, the more, if you have like something with a little bit more background, like this is kind of busy, but I still like it with the pop of color. I could have like moved that up here or made it smaller and put a piece up there. But like I did this one here, it was a longer, so there was color up here too. So it just gives you the option. So there's that. There's the other ticket. All right, so that's my share for today. So get over to Amy's Etsy and get those digitals, and I will link them in the description below. I love them. I've had fun all weekend playing with them, and I'm not done. So put my release sheet back there. All right, that's my video share for today. Hope you all have a great Sunday. Take good care. Bye.